Hi there, I'm Lisa, and today we're talking all about multitasking. So, as a busy mama, you completely understand me when I say that you can get through a lot in a day, you can be doing a whole lot in the day, and by the end of the day, you kind of look around and say, like, what did I accomplish at all? So, whether it's that or whether it's feeling like we're distracted, like we have lots of different things going on, you're busy cooking supper and suddenly the phone rings and you have to answer that call, and then they're asking you to do something and to check something on your computer, so you quickly swap onto your computer. Then a little person comes and says, like, they've scraped their knee, can you please help them with that? And so you're back and forth doing all these little tasks through the day, and you're busy, and by the end of the day you're exhausted, let's be honest. But you feel like you've accomplished nothing. And today we're going to talk about how we can use multitasking to be able to make our day more productive, which means get more things done effectively. So, what is multitasking? Let's start with that. Multitasking is basically doing multiple tasks, or at least more than one task at a time, in the same frame or space of time. Okay, and this is we have to be really careful with, because we have to choose tasks that work well together, and that's what we're going to look at today. We can choose two tasks, like let's have an example of writing an email while you're watching a movie. Both of those tasks, like, it seems like they could work, because watching a movie, you know, it doesn't require too much thought, but writing the email does. And if you have them both on your computer screen, for example, or even up on the TV while you're working on your computer, you'll find that you find yourself flipping between the two. So maybe your email doesn't get written in the 10 minutes it would take you to normally write it. It takes you maybe 20 minutes because your brain is kind of switching between looking at your computer screen and writing the email and focusing on that, and then going and looking at the TV screen and focusing on that. So that we call context switching. That is not multitasking, and that is not productive. Okay, that's when we pair our activities incorrectly, and the two activities require too much mental energy for us to be able to go between them easily. Okay, multitasking, on the other hand, is better because it takes two activities that require very little mental energy or no mental energy, or at least one task that requires that, and pairing it up with another task that also requires little or might require a bit more, but pairing them up carefully so that we can actually do both tasks effectively. Okay, so let's go back to that idea of the TV screen. If you were folding laundry, for example, while you're watching TV, that's more effective. You can kind of watch, the only attention you're going to pay to laundry is like picking up a shirt or something and then, you know, putting it on your lap and folding it, whereas the TV then can carry on playing. So folding the laundry doesn't require so much mental energy compared to like watching the movie, but you can't pair something that requires a lot of energy with something else that requires a lot of energy. All right, so that's the difference between multitasking and context switching. And we want to try and choose tasks that are all about multitasking and pairing those activities that require minimal mental energy to be able to do those together. Okay, so let's have a look at some examples. You'll find all the examples in my blog post, which I've linked to in the description below, so you can go check that out. But I'm just going to look at a few of the ones that I use as a mom all the time. So the first one is painting my nails, okay, which I don't get to do often, but when I do, then I do that while I'm watching a movie or doing something else. So usually it's a movie or watching a series with my husband. It's, you know, you're just sitting there watching the TV, so paint your nails at the same time. The second one is I sometimes do my planning for different blog posts, or organizing my week or my days, writing a few notes down on my phone while I'm waiting for the kids to fall asleep. So our kiddies like us to sit there with them until they're falling asleep and the room is dark, and, you know, I kind of find myself sitting there staring into the dark, waiting, and that is a pointless waste of time. So rather use that time to do something productive. So that's why I do some of my planning during that time. I like to listen to podcasts while I'm packing the dishwasher. It takes like 15 minutes, maybe 20, depending on how many dishes there are, and if I have to unpack it first. And yeah, then I just kind of put a podcast on so that I can learn something while I'm actually doing something for the house as well. All right, another one I like to do is put a series on while I'm cooking. I love cooking. It's kind of like my me time in the day, even better when my husband's here so that he can look after the kids while I'll do the cooking. And yeah, I'll pop a series on so I can have that going in the background. I can look at it every now and again if I want to with carrots or something. But yeah, doing those two things at the same time works well for me. And then the last one is hanging up the washing while the kids are playing outside. So instead of, they always want us to be there with them. They're still little, so that's okay. And yeah, we get to watch them play outside while I hang up the washing and get that done. So getting some household chores out of the way while I'm learning, while I'm watching my kids, while I'm doing something productive. Those are the kinds of examples of multitasking that we can use to help make our day more productive. So at the end of the day, we have 24 hours. That's it. We've got to make it work for us. And we've got a lot of tasks to do. As mums, we have loads. And if you have help around the house, that's fantastic. But even if you do, you'll find that there are a bunch of other tasks that you've traded for that help that require your energy and your thought process as well. So finding things that you can do at the same time will help you so much. I know it helps me so much to get a few things done. And at the end of the day, we can feel like, okay, we accomplished a few things today. We didn't just run around like headless chickens, not knowing what we were doing. So if you found some of these tips useful, like this video, give it a thumbs up. And let me know in the comments what multitasking you do and how you use multitasking to make your day more productive. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.